Hey there fans of Bob's Barn Workshop. Well, what are we going to do today? Well, seeing 4th of July weekend is a week away, and I saw this online. April Wilkerson did the same kind of project. We are going to build quick and dirty cornhole beanbag toss game boards, and nothing could be simpler. What we have is I bought for materials as I went to Home Depot. This is 3/8 sanded one side plywood already pre-cut. It's 2 foot by 4 foot. Very simple. 24 by 48 inches. I think it was a little over $10 per each. A little high, but I didn't want to mess with cutting it. Then I bought 3 8-foot 2x4s, 96 inches. And I looked for ones that weren't full of knots and ones that were nice and straight. And I cut 2 of them exactly in half. So I have 4 48-inch pieces. Now, because the board is 24 inches wide at the bottom and the width of the 2x4 takes up 1.5 inches, I cut the remaining board 8-footer into 4 21-inch pieces. Now, when we screw these all together, they will be 24 by 48. So we're going to do that first, and then I'll give you the official dimensions for the hole and the legs. Okay? Alright, well, let's put these together. Well, I can't seem to find any longer screws than 1 5/8 or that I have any number of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue these, or nail these together first with my brad nailer and glue, and then I'll drive a few 16s in there. So glue up the end of this baby. Get it right in there tight. And these probably would hold it. How about that? That's all I'm going to do. Alright. And once I get the board on top, it'll hold everything square anyway. Of course, there's never any room that I leave myself. Do I? Get the tops over here. Alright, so anybody can make these. You could make this in your living room, I'm telling you. You got the pretty side out? Pretty side out. I'll just put a crap load of those 2.5-inch nails in here and the glue, and we'll be good to go. And we'll square this up when we put the, of course, when we put the plywood on the top. What do you think? I'm thinking that'll hold for this a little bit. Won't we? It might grab, I don't know. The side is a cut, so it doesn't have any. Alright. I was just playing this game today and we had a ball. We were pouring concrete all morning into sonotubes. See, these aren't a uniform width either. Did you notice? That's 1/8 inch wider. That's what you get with lumber these days. I mean, make sure you wear your safety glasses. And then I just pull this together. This is kind of a surprise for my wife too. She wants a set. And I was over buying plywood for this cabinet project. Okay, so there's the first one. I'm not going to show you me making the second one. We'll come back when I go to put the top on. Okay, so we've got our 2x4 outside dimension 2x4 feet all nailed up. So now we're going to put the top on, the deck, whatever. And don't be afraid to use glue. We're going to paint these so we don't care. You know, some people stain them. If you're going to stain them, you got to be careful you don't get glue where the wood's going to be stained, because the glue, the stain won't stick. But I'm just going to paint these. I don't know, I was thinking maybe red, white, and blue, paint them like flags. How do you think that would look for 4th of July? They're just about the right proportion, aren't they? Alright. So I picked the best side of this plywood, which I see one side that I've got here has a little bit of a booger in it, but what do you expect for 10 bucks, right? Well, lay him right on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to nail it down one side, and then we'll push the other side square. 5 to 6 inches apart. Alright. This ain't rocket science, so it don't matter. It don't matter much. Okay, so this seems like it's a little long. So there's the top of another one of them. I'll do the other one, we'll come back and we'll work on the hole in the legs. Alright. I'll give you the right dimensions. Alright, so I got a sneak peek at the official championship cornhole, whatever. Doesn't sound very right to me. Anyway. What we got here is, it's a 6-inch hole. The top edge is 6 inches from the top. So that'll put it 12 inches to the bottom of the hole, 9 inches to the center. All you gotta do is come over 12 and down 9. So there's 12. And there's 9. Okay, there's the center of the hole. Start him right in the center of that mark. And we'll gently okay, so you got it, guys? 6-inch hole. 6 inches down from the top. Let me measure that again to make sure. 6 inches. There you go, that's the official board. The only other thing you need to know is when you put the legs under here, you can put them together with bolts. Scrap piece of 2x4. The front edge has to be 12 inches on the legs. So she needs to slant like that much. And we'll get around to doing that. I'm going to cut this hole. I'm going to get my saber saw out. We'll cut a hole. It's in the hole. Alright, I've drilled some 3/8 holes inside by a little bit. So I got a starting hole for this. Don't get crazy, just follow the line. And watch, I turn the saw, I don't push it. Guess it helps if I plug this in, huh? Till we get old. Alright. Bada boom, bada bang, as they say. Alright, so I'm going to cut the other one, and I'm going to take my router so your bags don't hang up. Now see, I should have measured my wood because this stupid thing isn't exactly 2 foot wide, I guess. I don't know why. Yeah, it's short by 1/8 of an inch. So measure your wood first. And I'm going to run the router around the top and the bottom of this hole so it doesn't hang up the bags. I'm going to run around the perimeter of the board on both of them. So let me drill that other hole out and we'll get to designing the lathe. Okay, so I have run the router bit around the edge. I'm just using a 3/16. I was just touching up the inside of the hole here, so it's going to be a little noisy. That's all there is to it. Round it off. I'm going to have to sand this a little bit when I go to paint it. A little rougher is better though, because those bags, if you've ever played the game, they slide right off. So let's work on legs. She's got legs. Now the official height in front of this is 1 foot, but I think your leg needs to be more than 1 foot. Well, that's 11 inches, and that's 11 and 3, actually it's over 11 and a half. I got one scrap here that'll probably work. So what I'm going to do is, just to make these folding, I'm going to arc one side with the saw. So I'll mark that and do that. Bandsaw. Now what you want to do is lower your rollers down as close to your work as you can get it. Man, my blade must be getting dull. Alright, well, it's a long game, what can I say? Alright, so the blade's getting dull. Well, I got my 4 legs cut, and I can't find 4 bolts in the shop right now that I can use. So I'm going to have to put this off till tomorrow. I'm going to run the router around the other one. And we've got to go get 4 3/8 bolts that are about 4 inches and some nuts and washers. And I was thinking about a lock washer or a wing nut so I can tighten them out. What do you think? But we're all 99% done other than the painting. All right, guys, we will see you tomorrow.